Wow. Whew. Thank you. This is all very humbling. President Mason, Dean Broderick, members of the UDC David Clark School of Law community, thank you for this tremendous honor. To my Uber colleagues who are here tonight, thank you for supporting me tonight. Thank you for every day that I'm privileged to work with you. To Kamala and to Tom and Indra and Robbie who are on the video, thank you for your kind words. To my daughter, Mina Harris, who flew in tonight to represent the family. You know, Mina is the driving force behind all these phenomenal women's shirts that you see all over the place. That's her brainchild, and I'm so proud of her and what she does. And to the 82nd Attorney General of the United States. My one-time boss, my all-the-time brother in the pursuit of justice, thank you for your kind words. Thank you for your friendship and your guidance that you give to me every day. You know, when I left the Justice Department back in 2014, one of the things I said at that time was that when the history of the Holder Justice Department was written, it would say how in moments when it mattered most, that institution persevered in defending our voting rights when they were under attack. It helped to bridge the divisions of race and class that too often manifest themselves in our criminal justice system. I said that history would say that DOJ put itself squarely on the right side of history at a critical moment for LGBTQ Americans. I said then that history would judge that period to be a high watermark of greatness because of Eric Holder's unique and unflagging leadership. But now looking back, who knew we'd miss you this much? I mean, I wish I were kidding. Attorney General Holder, thank you. Thank you for your service to this country. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for continuing to be a strong voice for justice. Okay, so they only gave me a few minutes, so I'm going to make this quick. I am very mindful on nights like this that I stand on a platform of progress built by others. People like Dr. Shamla Harris, my mother-in-law who Kamala mentioned in the video, someone I called lovingly Mother Harris. She was a remarkable life force of a woman. A young graduate student who came to this country from India in the late 1950s to pursue breast cancer research at UC Berkeley. When Mother Harris wasn't making scientific strides in the lab or busy raising her two remarkable daughters as a single mother, which by the way was all the time, Mother Harris was marching and she was meeting and she was organizing for civil rights. A lifelong commitment that manifested itself in ways both big and small. Or folks like my dad, Franklin West, whose birth in 1940 to a family of sharecroppers in rural Georgia didn't hold much of a future that was much different than his family's past, but who discovered a freedom in education that would allow him to unlock opportunities into which he'd not been born. You know, Dad eventually became the first in his family to attend college, an HBCU, Talladega. And with my mother, he left the Jim Crow South to raise my two younger sisters and me. And throughout our lives, in both word and countless deeds, Dad instilled in us an expectation of service as part of our obligation as citizens. And when I think about the all too short life journeys of both Mother Harris and my dad, I can't help but think about how they embody the best of America's great story. You know, our story as a nation has been about many things, about opportunity and progress, about change and challenge, about hope and promise, but one constant theme has been that of service, that sense of collective responsibility that can drive us to transcend narrow self-interest and express what Lincoln called the better angels of our nature. And behind that instinct is a powerful idea that each of us, regardless of who we are or where we're from, is entitled to the freedom to express our God-given potential in work and in worship, in life and in love, free from the artificial constraints of poverty or sexism or racism or prejudice or intolerance that might try to impose and constrain. It's an idea so compelling that our fellow citizens in every generation have died just to keep it alive. And translating that idea into real, everyday acts of energy and daring that make a measurable difference in the messy cacophony that is the reality of our world is precisely what this law school is all about. And it's why this honor is so humbling, so special, because you, the UDC Law School community, your teachings, your faculty, your students, your alumni, you, like Mother Harris, like my dad, you embody the best of America's great story. You remind us that America's true character calls on each of us to rise above and to reach out. As Bobby Kennedy said on the night before he died 50 years ago today, we are a great country, we are an unselfish country, we are a compassionate country. And the work this law school makes real in the world reminds us of this basic truth, even when our own leaders forget. Indeed, that is when your work is most important. In those moments when we lose our way and we forget who we truly are. So thank you, UDC Law, not just for this great honor, but for the work you must continue to do, and we must continue to support. The work of practicing law, of promoting justice, of changing lives, because that effort builds platforms of progress on which we all can stand tall. Thank you so much.